All right, so move on to the final segment. I'll be sharing my game prediction for next Monday Night Football's matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. So next Monday night, we will be seeing a Super Bowl rematch that will take place between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, the Super Bowl was an amazing duel, a quarterback duel between Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts. That was one of the best quarterback duels that we've seen in years in the Super Bowl. Both of those respective quarterbacks laid it all on the line to help their team win a championship. And unfortunately, Jalen Hurts came up short. But Jalen Hurts, to me, looked like the best player on that football field in the previous Super Bowl that we've seen between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. He laid it all on the line. He outplayed Patrick Mahomes. He was stellar from start to finish. Yes, he had a few turnover mistakes, but at the bottom line, he was the best player on that football field that night in last year's Super Bowl. No ifs or doubts about it. Unfortunately, he was on the losing side of the end of the stick, but man, that was one heck of a Super Bowl matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. Thinking about that game last year, it makes me excited for this upcoming Super Bowl rematch that we will see take place next week on Monday Night Football between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. So both teams this year are still at the top of their divisions. Both teams are still at the top of the food chain in their respective division and in their respective conferences. The Philadelphia Eagles are the best team in the NFC, standing at 8-1. The Kansas City Chiefs find themselves as the best team in the AFC, finding themselves at 7-2. We're in store for a good matchup next Monday night on Monday Night Football. And let me throw this in. Let me throw this in because I'm thinking about it. This is what we deserve next week on primetime football, because no disrespect to these teams, but we had to go through watching on primetime football this past Thursday. We had to watch the Carolina Panthers versus the Chicago Bears. Last night for Sunday Night Football, we had to watch Zach Wilson versus Aiden O'Connell in primetime football. Tonight, we got to watch the Denver Broncos versus the Buffalo Bills. I think we're deserving of this from all the things that we had to go through on primetime football, suffering watching those previous games. Again, no disrespect to those teams. That Jets and Raiders game actually came down to the wire last night. And so did the Panthers and Bears, but they're not on the level of having a primetime game with having the opponent watching Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts of the Philadelphia Eagles. But with that being said, I like the Chiefs winning this game next Monday night against the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl rematch. The Kansas City Chiefs will be playing at home. In their last 18 outings, the Kansas City Chiefs are 16-2 in their last 18 games at Arrowhead Stadium. I like the Patrick Mahomes matching up against this Philadelphia Eagles secondary that has been banged up, that has been exposed all season long. You look at the last two outings that the Philadelphia Eagles secondary had when they played against Sam Howell and Dak Prescott. Both threw for over 330 passing yards in those two respective games. So I'm expecting Patrick Mahomes to have a good offensive performance against a Philadelphia Eagles secondary that has been picked apart all season long. I'm expecting Steve Spagnuolo, the defensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs, to have a very good game, coach a very good game against this Philadelphia Eagles offense. They have one of the most underrated defenses in the National Football League. During the Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid time in the Kansas City Chiefs, it's rare that we've never said that the defense has arguably been playing better than the offense this year. And there's a lot of truth to that. So I do believe that Steve Spagnuolo's defense will play a big factor in this game. I do believe this will be a low-scoring game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. I do believe we're going to see a 23-20 score, somewhere in that range. But I do like the Kansas City Chiefs defeating the Philadelphia Eagles at home next Monday night on Monday Night Football. But that is all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This is your host, Thomas Tyree, signing off again. This will be the first regular season episode that you guys will be getting this week, episode 128. I will be doing episode 129 later on the week, and then you guys will be getting a combat series episode. So be on the lookout for 3 different episodes this week on the Hot Podcast. But that is all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This is your host, Thomas Tyree, signing off. And I'll see you guys on next week's episode.